He says his budget is for their generation, but can he make the numbers add up when they just won't play ball?
Here we go. Come on.
Jesse passes the ball. There we go.
Right.
The critics say even with extraordinary flexibility, George Osborne won't be able to balance the books to his timetable. He disagrees.
We make sure in uncertain times we are fit for the future. We do that by taking action on our public finances so we don't pay later. And we back small businesses, the self-employed, above all working people, by reducing their taxes so they can help us grow the economy.
George Osborne says he wants pupils to learn maths to 18. So what about his maths? The Chancellor starts off with a very tricky maths problem. He confirmed yesterday we'll be running a deficit. That means borrowing £72 billion this year. But he still insisted he'll be able to turn that around into a surplus in 4 years' time of over £10 billion.
I think people are very sceptical that he'll meet the overall surplus target. And if he does, people are very sceptical that it might be through very creative accountancy.
His sums get harder because he'll be borrowing more. These are the figures he gave us in November for borrowing over each of the next 3 years. And these are the numbers for the same years that he gave us yesterday. Add up the difference, and he's saying he'll have to borrow an extra £36.4 billion more than he thought just 4 months ago. And he ends with one final maths problem. In 2018-19, he says we'll still be running a deficit of £21.4 billion. But just a year later, he says that can become a surplus of more than $10 billion. Really?
He's taking some of the tax revenues that he was going to be getting in a couple of years' time and delaying that until 2019-20. He's announced some more spending cuts in that year, though he hasn't told us what those spending cuts will be. So there's quite a lot of shuffling of the cards, moving of the furniture here to make sure he meets the target in that particular year.
George Osborne is still in the middle of his maths test, and the experts put his chances of passing it at just 50-50.